coming. My name is Anthony and I'm the co-founder of Journal.id. So, actually Journal is founded by two people, and that's my partner right there, and he's the CEO, Daniel. And so, I understand that getting here is quite difficult given the time and the traffic. So I really would like to give you guys a round of applause for being here. Okay, so don't know if anyone realized that this is quite a last-minute event, right? So we actually took only 3 days to prepare this event, but seeing all you guys here, again, thank you very much for coming. But in conjunction with our first commercial launch, I wanted to actually invite Martin to share his experience with us. So I apologize if it's a bit packed, but hopefully everyone can enjoy it, okay? So what this event will be is, it will be a seminar and a workshop event. So some snacks are also available at the back if you haven't got some. But in this event, it's actually separated into 2 half-an-hour sessions, where the first will be a presentation by Martin, the CEO of Virtunet Australia and New Zealand, a 2 times Deloitte Tech Fast 50 company, where he'll share his experience building his own business from zero to hero. Okay, and the second will be a demo workshop of Journal.id, where we'll actually present some of its basic functions and actually try to give you hands-on experience. So maybe going on the session, we'll be trying to help some people like register and trying to log on to Journal.id. Then we'll also try to explain how it can actually help your business. So some of you might have seen Martin before, actually without even realizing it. Maybe that's because he's recently become the face of Google Apps Indonesia. And if you're still not convinced, this is actually him taking selfies with all the popular people. So you can see Agnes Monica, John Howard, Daniel, and he's even taken it to the next level by taking a selfie on an award ceremony with the whole audience. Anyway, moving on to our first session, I'd like to invite Martin from Virtunet.
Sudah pernah dengar lagunya belum? Sudah, keren kan? Anyway, itu Mbak Anggun namanya, Kebiar-Kebiar, kayaknya Gomblor or something yang nulisnya. But anyway, the reason why I played that song is because I have been overseas for 20 long years. Sejak SD saya sudah di Singapura, dan setelah itu saya di Sydney. Saya telah memulai bisnis selama 6 tahun. Dan baru kali ini, this is the first time literally, saya bisa pulang ke Indo dan contribute kepada tanah air. Yeah, give a clap in front of tanah air. And I am really touched. To be honest, I have been in technology for the last 10 years. And you know, I used to think that kalau teknologi di Indonesia tuh kalau orang udah jago-jago pasti ke Amerika lah. You know, what are you doing here, right? Atau ke Singapura. Tapi the fact is, look around you. This is proof that there are many people actually that believe in the future of technology in Indonesia, and I think that's right. And is founded by the Ciputra Group. So these are the people behind the vision. You know, and there's actually more than that. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And I really believe that with the new leadership that we have, you know, the Jokowi, you see the Ahok. I've been to Surabaya and I saw some, you know, really great leaders there. In Bandung, you see people trying to really go straight, right? And I do believe in the future of Indonesia, okay? And we need the likes, the young people and the entrepreneur of Indonesia to be able to fulfill that vision, okay? So that's the reason for the song. If you want me to play it again, I can, because now you understand why I played it. Let's just get moving, because the reality is that I do have very limited time, guys, okay? I know this is a Monday night, you guys have come here, the traffic, udah lapar juga lagi, terusnya we don't even provide you with dinner, cuma dikasih snack. I'm sorry lah, kita ini masih running on the budget. That's the thing about startups. I'm going to try to do it as quickly as possible. Okay? Dan maaf kalau misalnya saya campur-campur English Indonesia, you know, because if I speak cuma di Indonesia, none of you will understand what I'm talking about juga, sama aja. Alright? So for today's session, I really want to engage everyone of you, or hopefully as many people as possible. You know, and that's the engagement rate. You get the pun? People understand? No? Tough crowd. Okay, and I want to engage you guys. Okay, so be interactive. Kalau ada pertanyaan, angkat tangan aja. Okay, kita akan kasih juga Q&A. Tapi kalau you guys have any question, let me know. Last thing I want to do is kill you by my presentation. Luckily now I don't see anyone yawning yet, so that's good. And I also want to quickly address the fact that, you know, kita punya average time spent itu have been reducing with the advancement of technology. You know, in the past, in the year 2000, Americans, I know Indos are better than Americans, yes, right, Indonesia? Woo! Maybe you guys get 13 seconds lah, yeah, 1 second better than Americans. But still, after 12 long years, the time span have actually been reduced to like 8 seconds. Oh, sorry. Which is like, you're actually 1 second worse than a goldfish, you know. So I'm going to try to address that problem by making this presentation very, very fast-paced is one word that I use, or I'm actually going to learn from the social media of nowadays, Instagrams, you know, where you just see many pictures, some hot chicks, some food, some whatever, man, yeah, hot chicks eating food, and so I'm going to utilize that in my presentation. So I'm going to be very fast-paced and try to keep up with what I'm doing, okay? But if you guys have any question, you want me to slow down. Now, the fact I'm going to use a lot of images in my presentation also means that I need to be careful with it, okay? Karena people kan ada beda-beda kan persepsinya. Okay, one good example is this picture. Siapa yang lihat an old woman? Hands up.
Maybe an old woman.
Wow, you got a smart guy lah. Oh, picture. Okay. Trust me, Anthony didn't know. Oh, they didn't know. You cannot see the old lady, right? You only see the pretty girl. There you go. Yeah. Anybody can see the pretty girl?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, itu yang genit-genit. But look, I think you guys are in good hands tonight, yeah? Because I'm a Facebook expert, so I'll be very careful about it. Don't worry. There's no laughs. Hey, you're supposed to laugh. Alright, so quickly introducing myself. So I'm actually the founder and the CEO of one of the fastest growing technology company in Sydney. I know I might not seem like that, I know after the whole entrance and all that, you know, but I am. And I've had a little bit of a drink before we started, so that's probably why. Okay, so if you go to the Virgin website right now, that's the company name, you will see this picture. And who watched Fury 7? Fury 7? Yes. Yeah, not the best movie, but anyway. But this is when it was too fast and too furious, it was still good. And I use that concept to convey a very clear message to our customers and to our stakeholders, yeah, that we are a fast-growing company. As a matter of fact, our key differentiator actually being, because we resell IT equipment, we resell IT infrastructure, is that we are faster than everybody. We have much better customer service. And to be completely honest, it is a very big differentiator in Australia. Maybe not in Indo, because in Indo everyone is nice to everyone, right? No. But in Indo, I think we just have that servitude type of culture. Jadi kita memang demen membantu orang lain. Tapi kalau di Australia itu rada sombong-sombong gitu lah, you know. So when you want to serve someone, they're very happy. You know, that becomes a key differentiator. This is proof that I actually did get those awards. I'm not lying. You can go to my website. So Deloitte Tech Fast 500 in Asia Pacific, and the other ones are more local, like CRN and DRW. Okay, but anyway, look, what I'm trying to say is that for tonight's topic, I'm not trying to show off all my awards and all that. I suppose I want to share the journey I have going there. Ya, soalnya nggak selalu gampang aja. Ngomong, everybody understanding what I'm saying, nggak sih? Apa mau pelanan dikit? Nggak? Ada yang komplain? Komplain sih nggak apa. Anyway, so yeah, the journey of getting there, okay, and I can share with you a bit, okay. So saya mungkin to rewind the clock about 15 years back. I was in Singapore. Remember I told you? So I went to Singapore about at the age of 10. That's primary 4. My parents just sent me to Singapore because I was very naughty apparently. Anyone studied in Singapore before?
Yes.
Okay, good. Anyone been to Singapore? Yes. Okay, good. So for those of you that have been to Singapore, you probably know their culture. Yeah, they're very competitive. They're very polite, frugal and thrifty. Yeah, that's a good word. And they're very people walk faster there, and they're also very disciplined. Yeah. So kalau nakal-nakal dipecut kan, in other words, their own words is kiasu, kiasiap, and kiasi lah, Anybody heard of those terms before? Okay, those that have been Singapore, Okay, and also the fact that I'm going to mention Singapore just very quickly. A loyal follower of my Facebook, Delhi, actually, he mentioned to me, everybody have posted something about Lee Kuan Yew, except you. Okay, so I'm going to make it right. Okay, and I probably should make a quick mention there in the corner. But hey, please come in. Yeah. At the front here, yeah, give moral support. Okay. But because of that, to be honest, I've never been a political person. I just don't care. I'm in Singapore to study. I don't really listen to that. But I really wanted to do a bit of research, though. Especially to put up in the slide Lee Kuan Yew, and I say Lee Kuan Yew quotes. All I see is like 5. There's no quote. There's like 5 paragraphs, that's the shortest quote that he has. How I cannot post that in my slide, obviously, it's too long, so he obviously likes to talk. But anyway, so a little bit about Lee Kuan Yew, he likes to talk. But he is a bit of a badass, he's like very gallant, very iron-faced. Probably one of the quotes that I did find is this one. I do not yet know of a man who became a leader as a result of having undergone a leadership course. How many of you agree with this? Give a clap for Lee Kuan Yew, yeah? Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Belajar, okay? As a matter of fact, I've got a friend here from maubelajarapa.com. That's another startup, yeah? Put up your hand on when you mentioned. His name is Jordan. Very creative startup as well. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions for Belajarapa, let me know. Okay, from there I go to UKS. Sorry, I'm taking a bit slowly. I'm going to speed up a bit. I went to Sydney, take my uni, and this is probably what the uni life would look like normally, but this is mine. Okay. Yeah, what happened is I started an internet cafe. That's my first ever technology startup. And I'm not ashamed to say that, because apparently the owner of Tokopedia also used to work for internet cafe. So I might have a shock, man. You know that? How many of you play games here? Oh my god, okay, I'm just gonna go through it very quickly. Anyway, because of that, I learned a lot of things. Okay, I learned about leadership, about teamwork in gaming, and also persistence and hard work, but you guys don't get it because you don't play games. Okay, I was going to go to the next one. But when I actually had the internet cafe, the problem I had was that I have too much money coming in. You don't believe, right? Okay, I actually, for someone that used to earn about $10 an hour in McDonald's, I suddenly have $500 to $1,000 profit a day. Cash. Correct. There. So, but I didn't really know what to do with the money, So I did some rapper, spend my money, and I literally every night I would spend my money sama teman-teman. Makan malam dong, makan Korean barbecue, bayarin, gini. And what I noticed is at the end of the year, I didn't have anything left. Udah habis. And You do the calculation. I open 24 hours. I open 7 days a week at 7 hari. Sehari kalau gope harus cek. That's a lot of money, man. That's about like 150 grand a year, man. Tapi habis. Okay. So that is why the topic of today's topic is going to be, measuring that. It's very, very important that you measure everything, and I'll explain to you a bit more later. Okay. So what happened in the end was, look, the internet cafe is a bit of a business / play. I wanted to create a space for my friends to play around. Jadi masih okay lah. Fail a bit, it's fine. So I ended up selling it 3 years later at an amount that I think is way below what I could have done if I had measured it properly. Jadi for those of you that actually is thinking of running a business or already running a business and you just not even recording it anyway, that this is something to think about. Your business potential can actually be a lot more. Yes, you can survive. I'm not saying that you have to measure to at least survive. Tapi kayaknya kalau misalnya kalian measure properly, it can work a lot more. Does that make sense, everyone? Yes. Agree? Yeah. Okay. So that was the internet cafe, my first ever business. So now it's the real thing. It's VirtuNet. Okay, VirtuNet is this. So we are the, what do you call it? I set up this business to sell to other businesses. So I have to do things the right way. Yeah. No more joking. This is serious stuff now. Okay. Because I will be audited by the tax officers. Kalau misalnya gak ada invoice atau salah atau apa, I will be in trouble kan. Jadi I have to do things the right way. No more cash in hand. Gak ada lagi tuh cash in hand. Kalau kalian cash in hand, mana bisa jual ke Ciputra? They're not gonna take your product if you say cash in hand aja pak. Ya. Nggak mau. Harus kasih invoice yang ada. Whatever. What do you call it? Yeah, faktur pajak and all these things, right? So I have to do it the right way. So, just to give you a bit of a background of what VirtuNet does, I'll show you a clip. Ya, saya silakan.
For this lovely company of mine. Sorry to be my company, this is my boss's good pricing. Of course, we give the best pricing, best service, best customer experience.
His real name is Bonnie.
You still have a lot.
Yeah, boy!
Man, I'm not even real. I'm just a figment of Victor's imagination.
VirtuNet, this is Victor. What? Your network's down?
That's me. Anyone get the joke yet? No?
Just killing time.
We ran out of budget. ID makanya udah jelek jadi.
We deliver very fast.
But this is real.
The Indonesian president has arrived in Darwin for talks on trade, aid and asylum seekers.
How does Victor make me feel? How the do you think he makes me feel? I'm wearing a Viking hat and a clock. I can't even read it because if I look at it, it's upside down.
Hi! So I'm in Victor's imagination. It's so exciting! Have you seen them around? Hi! So I'm in Victor's...
Okay, so did anyone understand what we do now? Did everyone understand what we do now? I can explain it very, very well. Okay. Look, what happened was in Sydney, they have this marathon, right? It's called the City to Surf, where you run from city to the beach. And we ran in different costumes. I actually ran the whole 12 kilometers in a helmet with Steve Jobs costume. And yeah, so that's how it is. Anyway, you get it. But look, the idea is we do all our marketing, and to be honest, it actually works. I don't know if it's going to work in Indonesia, but it works in Sydney, okay? People actually connect to us. They know that we are very professional, but we know how to have fun. Yeah, and I think that is a big one. That's a big one there. But this time I'm going to go serious for it. Yeah. So I'm going to go to the business stuff now. So the topic of today is how to measure success. Okay, and I suppose the question is measure success within startup or small businesses, yeah, specifically. Tapi kalau kita ngelihat globally, sebenarnya every business, there's two key metrics in looking at success, ya nggak? Dan those metrics are this, adalah either profit or growth. Would everybody agree that this is the key things? In the end of the day, kalau nggak ada profit, the business is not successful. Unless you're not for profit lah. Tapi not for profit pun harus make enough money to pay the people that work for them. Kalau nggak, it's not successful. Matter of fact, non-for-profit business is actually the hardest. Any non-for-profit here at all? GEPI? Are you non-for-profit? It's very hard to run a non-for-profit, right? There you go. So the question then is, how do you measure them? How do you measure all of these profits and growth? And I would like to probably split them up into activities, okay? In most businesses, there's the front-end activity all the way to the back end. So we look at the sales and marketing, then the finance and accounting, human resources, and then production. Most businesses have this. Yeah, maybe less of the manufacturing for production if you're a services business. But guess what? Your products is actually your services. So you probably need to spend a bit of time R&D and on those. But out of all these four, with startups, I think the most crucial one is these two things. Sales and marketing, and finance and accounting. And I'm going to try to address both of them today. Okay? Now let's start with sales and marketing. Yeah, because anyone can create a good product if you don't know how to sell it. I think unfortunately you won't last long. And I know I've met a lot of startups that say, especially in tech startup, kita nggak butuh sales lagi, our product sell itself, It's because they themselves are the salespeople. Believe it or not, some founders, like Tony and Daniel, they're actually salespeople, but they don't know it yet. Or they're salespeople, but they don't ngaku gitu. Yeah, some. I'm not saying them, tapi some. Because you need to be able to sell your product in any way. So if you are to measure it though, how do you measure it? So this is a typical sales funnel ya, dimana mulai itu dari inquiry, udah gitu ke qualified. Jadi inquiry itu sebenarnya lebih ke marketing. Dari atas itu marketing makin ke bawah makin ke sales. Inquiry itu jadi misalnya orang sign up kita punya inilah, itu inquiry. Belum pasti kamu sign up ke jurnal mau pakai dong softwarenya dong, ya kan? Nah itu jadi masih ke inquiry. Ada bisnis apa mungkin yang mau saya give an example? Anyone? No? Apalagi startup saya apa? Business. Huh? Business. Oh, my business, yeah, it's a good one actually. Okay, so I sell computers kan, more traditional kan. Jadi I'm gonna use both traditional business and tech startups in my examples. Soalnya supaya I know some of you are my customers, so dan mungkin kalian punya bisnis lebih tradisional. Kalau buat saya inquiry ya, misalnya kita ke event, kita dapat business card, that's inquiry. Misalnya orang Google kita, that's an inquiry. Menurut saya sampai kita yang cold calling aja deh, misalnya kita cold calling, I used to make 100 cold calls a day, itu masih inquiry, itu masih marketing. The way I see it is that's not actually sales, that's actually marketing exercise. Kalau kamu telepon untuk close the deal, itu sales. Oke, Okay? Understand the difference between marketing and sales? So be clear on what is marketing and what is sales. So inquiries, how do you measure it? It's all activity. Any activity, it's not about result, it doesn't matter. This is where it's a numbers game. The more you get, actually the whole thing is a numbers game. As a matter of fact, sales is activities based. Yes, I know every business owners are going to look at the results, don't get me wrong. Tapi especially kalau you're a startup or a new business, it's about activity. Okay? Some people then say, well, Martin, if the salesperson doesn't know what he's doing, then it doesn't matter lah. He make like 1,000 calls, also you don't get anything. That's not true. You know, if you yourself is a good sales or you at least read a sales book there and you follow every instruction, you hire someone, you get them to follow it, even if it's a script. You know, you might think, oh, ini kan kayak ketahuan banget sih mau jualan. Kamu udah pernah belum sih disamperin orang kredit card ya? Terus dia bisa, ini pak, ini kredit card kita dong, ini kamu mau, ini continue, dia terus cewek SPG-nya, ini tapi kalau ini dapat 10 hari, terus aja, kayak script, kayak robot. Kalian kira company-company seperti Hong Kong Bank dan Citibank itu nggak, do you think they know what they're doing or not? They know what they're doing. Ya. Jadi orang-orang ini memang ditrain khusus untuk seperti robot. Unfortunately kalau misalnya yang seperti robot ya beda hasilnya, orang dodger kan. Tapi kalau manusia, it actually works. So guess what guys, in sales, the number one rule in sales and marketing, finish a script. Kalau kalian sudah create a script, follow it through. Right? And you get more natural with it, yes, right? Tapi kalau apalagi baru mulai, just follow it, just be a robot. Wah, Thomas, very fashionably late. Well done. Give a clap to Thomas everyone. Getting boring. Getting boring. Yeah, thank you. Nah, kalau inquiry udah dapat, the next thing is qualified lead. Qualified lead itu apa? Have you heard about picking your customers? Picking your customers. This is what it is. Picking your leads, picking your prospect. You can't sell to everyone, and that should be it. Know what is your niche. Focus on that. Journal is not for everyone. Sorry, Pak. I have to say it. Journal is not for everyone. Okay. And we know who our target market is, and we're gonna what's that word? Blank in, point blank, whatever. We're gonna zoom in on it, and we're gonna focus on it. Okay. That's where the qualified leads is. If they're not qualified, show them the door. No, that's really mean. Okay. Who here is too big for? But if they're not qualified, then don't spend too much time on them. You're wasting your time. Okay. And trust me, time is money when you're on a startup. And then it goes to opportunities. Ini semuanya measurable loh. Berapa inquiry, berapa lead, berapa opportunity itu semua measurable. Yang paling measurable adalah revenue. Itu udah pasti. Mau kalian gimana kayak pakai Excel kayak pakai kertas kayak, you can actually write down how much money you make that month, correct? Who here has a business and not even measure it? I know there are a few lah. I know there's a few. Okay, because I actually spoke to some Instagram girls. Saya lagi expo nih, ketemu cewek cantik kan aja seharusnya gitu ya. Kalian pakai Instagram ya, jualan sepatu ya? Iya. Pakai Shopee bener? Enggak lah, ngapain? Ntar udah pakai harus bayar pajak lagi. Atau gini lagi, nggak perlu, saya mah just look at my bank account, masuk keluar. Wah, so I don't think that's the right way of doing business lah. And I hope none of you guys are like that or even think of doing it that way. Apalagi kalau uangnya cash, how do you calculate it? Taruh di bawah kasur atau something? It's very hard. Okay, so first thing, sales numbers very important. Pay attention to it. Know exactly. Jadi kalau misalnya kamu punya bisnis sekarang, you have to know. Bukan hari ini aja. Last month berapa salesnya? In the last 3 months berapa salesnya? Okay, in the last 3 quarters berapa salesnya? Kalau kamu nggak bisa measure itu, then you are in big trouble. Okay, so that's the first thing that you have to do. After you know your revenue, the biggest thing is to know your expenses. I don't know if I still have the slides of the top 20 reasons why startups and businesses fail. I can tell you now that running out of cash is one of the biggest ones. Okay, I think Fortune magazine says number one is not enough market share. That's bullshit. Like you create your own market share. You know, you create a better product to create a market share. Jadi sebenarnya I don't think that's a valid reason. Tapi kalau running out of money, I've been there, done that. I know you can run out of money very very quickly. So you need to be able to log every single expenses. So, like Anthony is a very good one. You know, makan 15.000 aja dimasukin. You know, but that's what you really need to do. You know. So I don't know why I get back to this. We already talked about it, but I think that's the big one. Okay, 29%. Oh, okay. I know why I got to this. Okay. So why do people run out of cash? I mean, the obvious reason is the guy is too humble. You can't waste a lot of money. Okay. Tapi it's actually not that. Let me tell you the story of someone who started a business. Okay. When before starting a business, you're usually very good at what you do, kan? Misalnya kalau kamu tukang nasi goreng, you're very good at it. You're very good at cooking. So that's all you do. Ya kan? Kalau saya kan sales, I'm a technician, I'm a sales. That's the technique that I have is selling. Tapi as soon as you start a business, you think, oh, I'm my own boss now. Nggak usah laporan siapa-siapa, nggak ada yang melototin kalau mau nggak telepon-telepon gitu kan. Tetapi you will soon realize that as a business owner, you have to do more than just selling, ya nggak? You have to do your bookkeeping, for example, harus dong. Kalau nggak, gimana caranya kamu bisa record? Tadi kan saya ngomongnya measurement terus. Kalau kamu nggak simpen prinsip-prinsip kamu, kalau kamu nggak masukin semua itu, apanya yang di measure? Ya, kayak yang tadi saya cerita, Anthony enter 15.000 rupiah punya expense. Ya, harus ada orang yang masukin kan? And that is when a lot of entrepreneurs fail, karena mereka nggak bisa. They just not. That's not the fun thing for them to do lah. Oke, males lah, Ngapain? Dia mau fokusnya ke hal-hal yang dia bisa, yaitu sales, masak, bikin kue, apapun itulah, bikin mie, alright, whatever, write a software, programming, right? So now the good news, luckily enough, I actually, I invested in a software called MYOB. Everybody have heard of MYOB before? Yeah. Jadi mirip-mirip akurat lah. Remember I told you when I started my serious business, aku harus ada reporting. I have to have a proper tax invoice. Then I needed to use software like this. And luckily enough, it does help me untuk setahun pertama gitu saya bikin. Investasinya lumayan mahal sih. I remember I paid about $5,000 karena kan harus ada kita harus ada 5 pengguna. Jadi about $3,000 to $5,000 lah, lumayan mahal. Akurat juga sekitar 8 juta kalau nggak salah kan, ya untuk mulai pertama kalinya. Dan setiap tahunnya ya kita harus ada bayar lagi recurring fee. Nah, to be honest, it's quite good lah, oke? Saya harus install di server saya sih, DT-nya gitu. Kayak tadi kamu ngeliat kan ada orang yang narik kabel. You guys remember the guy in the helmet? That's my server where I install my MYOB, okay? I didn't actually pull the cable and connect there, so that's what I do. It's fake. But anyway, it helps. Tapi masalahnya I have to install into the server, dan kalau aku mau akses dari rumah susah banget. Misalnya saya di kantor kan, saya mau akses dari rumah, saya ada lagi meeting, saya mau lihat nih expense saya siapa, saya mau lihat nih invoice saya berapa, susah banget. Ada nggak yang pernah nyoba gitu? Akurat bisa diakses dari rumah nggak? Pakai apa? Hah? TeamViewer, interesting. So TeamViewer dulu saya masih belum ada kali ya, it's about like 10 years ago now. Maybe ada, tapi saya nggak pakai. Saya dulu disuruhnya pakainya VPN, and it's quite troublesome sih, to be honest, repot banget sih. And even if it's a TeamViewer ya, itu kan kamu misalnya akses dari telepon atau dari bukan yang ngelawaknya, bukan dari iPad, bener dong, kamu dari iPad itu kan nggak natif. Jadinya pas kamu login, ya the look like a PC, unless they have an app for it now, I don't know, cloud ini yang lain. Anyway, dulu susah banget untuk saya. Saya orang IT loh, saya orang IT jualan barang-barang ini. Itu aja saya nggak ngerti ini apaan gambar ini. Ada yang ngerti kan? Nggak ngerti kan? Ya udah, jadi kalian nggak bisa juga akses. Anyway, and another big problem for me, I don't know if anyone is using MYOB. Ada di orang punya multi user itu ada sedikit issue. Jadi setiap kali satu orang login, they create a special file called the LCK file. And oh my god, man, sometimes you just this is the blue screen of death of MYOB right here. I was so annoyed. Saya sering kali lagi meeting, lagi apa, disuruh paksa ke office, delete satu file, pergi lagi. Karena I can't give that access to the account skill dong. Maksudnya itu kan company data kan. Jadi harus saya terus yang delete satu file, that's the one little file. Okay, so that's the pain points lah ya. So because of that, I just got enough of it. I actually wanted to look at, I heard of cloud computing di Australia. Sebenarnya cloud computing itu udah lumayan populer for the last 5-10 years. Many people are using it. Jadi saya mulai lihat lah, okay. And does anyone know what cloud computing is? Anyone don't know? I can quickly explain. Hands up. Okay, cloud computing itu jadinya nggak usah software yang tidak usah diinstal di server kita. Kita bisa software itu sudah available di internet seperti Facebook. Pakai Facebook nggak mas? Pakai kan? Nah Instagram pakai kan? Kita nggak pernah perlu install apa-apa kan pakai Facebook. Sedangkan kita bisa put our pictures there, and it's actually free. They actually make their money dari iklan-iklan ya. Jadi cloud computing seperti itu. Jadi sekarang ini orang-orang udah mulai bikin banyak aplikasi-aplikasi yang lain. Email of course, kayak Gmail, siapa yang pakai Gmail? You know that's cloud computing. Okay. So I found a software called NetSuite. And this is very important by the way guys, karena buat saya melihat graf-graf seperti ini, bisa melihat sales saya berapa naik turunnya dan berapa harganya di bulan ini, bulan lalu, bisnis dan expenses saya, ya kan, sales harus naik, expense harus turun. It's simple, that's business. You wanna get profit, sell more, buy less, okay, spend less. And this is a very important. This is what the NetSuite called a dashboard. Anyone have heard of NetSuite before? Yeah, more technical maybe ya. SAP ada yang pernah dengar belum? Oracle pernah dengar nggak? Okay, these are the software that are available for the enterprises. Okay, people like Ciputra must be using it, you know the very big companies. Tapi smaller companies itu never had that luxury of having this kind of software. Okay, it's actually very expensive in the past. Tapi makin sekarang makin ada. Okay, dan I'm very happy to announce that Journal essentially has created one in Indo. But anyway, before we go there, another reason why I wanted to get NetSuite is because aku mau bisa integrasi software accounting saya dengan software lain. Tadi kita udah bilang kan kepentingannya measure metrics, measuring sales. Jadi dengan NetSuite kamu bisa pakai ke Salesforce. Oke, Salesforce adalah software yang CRM, Customer Relationship Management, yang kamu bisa measure the success of your sales. Di Indonesia ada nggak sih something like that? Tadi I saw something there, ya, ada di Cornevia. Bornevia. Oke, there you go. Ya, endorsement ya, ntar free for one. And then there's also ada Talenta juga. Kalau nggak salah Talenta, ini Talenta. Oke, kalau ngomongin lagi deh. Ya, oke. Itu HR software. Silakan. You can actually measure your HR performance mereka tuh bagaimana. Ya, itu semua bisa diintegrasi. Kenapa? Karena it's in the cloud. Because there's this thing called API, di mana bisa ada third party integrator yang bisa nyambungin datanya. And that's invaluable for me. To be honest, that's probably why I've been able to grow this fast. As soon as I open my NetSuite, I can see everything. I can see which salespeople is making how much money. I can see which salespeople is making enough calls today. Langsung saya Skype, kalau malas banget sih lu kan, gitu kan. Terusnya marketing, I can see berapa banyak leads baru-baru yang generated dari event. Misalnya event seperti ini, saya bisa generate itu. It's very important. Kalau kalian mau bisa run a business, if you don't even know what your activities are, how can you improve it? Okay, so that is the topic of today kan. Dan memang ya, my wife actually decided to write it positive. If you can measure it, you can improve it. But I actually took it from a book called The 15 Laws of Growth by someone. And he said, if you can't measure it, then you can't improve it. Okay. Now anyway, because of doing that, the ability to integrate and the fact that it's all in the cloud, I can access it on my phone right now. If you ask me how much calls did your salespeople make, I can give it to you right now. What has that given me? The biggest thing of all, time. Okay, I can manage my business anywhere I am. Untuk saudara saya sendiri yang baru tadi bilang, kok kamu di Facebook kok jalan-jalan mulu ya? Kemarin ini kamu baru Thailand, terusnya Singapura, and now you're in Indo for 2 weeks. Sedangkan bisnis saya sekarang sedang naik sekitar 100% of last year. Jadi last year saya grow 140%, dapat Deloitte. Tahun ini saya on track for 100%. Okay, give a clap to me. Yeah, I think I'm going to get Deloitte next 150 again this year. And that is, I have to say, okay lah, in satu bisnis kita ada beberapa hal yang harus difokus. People, process, tools, and knowledge. People, process, tools, and knowledge. This is the tools. Okay, the rest I don't have time to share with you. It will take maybe a whole weekend if I do share it with you. Tapi if you're interested, get my card. I'm more than happy to share with you. Okay, maybe over coffee and you have to pay. But guys, you know what? That's not me. I'm not that thin. Okay? But literally I can do that right now. I can work in front of a beach because as long as I have Wi-Fi or 3G. Okay? And that's the power of cloud computing. So here it is, guys. You know, guess what? It is now available in Indonesia. And through the ingenious of these two guys, Anthony and Daniel, who keep telling me to go faster because I'm too slow. Mereka telah membuat software ini untuk mencocokkan dengan market Indonesia. This has been made for Indonesian market. Okay?
Why Indonesia?
Why Indonesia? I think the key apa?
Buy Indonesia, buy Indonesia.
Buy Indonesia. That's right. Buy Indonesia for Indonesia. Beli barang Indonesia, gitu ada nggak sih jadi campaign seperti itu? Kayaknya belum ada ya? Itu makanya batik doang lagi. Sorry, oh you wearing batik, there you go, you can. I heard in the radio the other day apa? Ya, ada nggak radio Prambors namanya? Ya Taylor Swift, right? And then they go, the Korean, terusnya tiba-tiba ngomong, kenapa sih kalian dengerin lagu-lagu luar negeri, dengerin lagu Indonesia dulu dong? Apakah lebih baik? Gitu-gitu kan? It's very good sih. I really like the fact that orang-orang Indo tuh makin lama makin kayaknya ada love country ya, masih ada apa namanya? Patriot is me, ya kan? Itulah dari my very good friend PJ Daniel. Yes everyone. Yeah, dia my love Indonesia. Anyway, I will go back to the business. Ini dicocokkan untuk orang Indonesia kenapa? Karena it's very simple. Okay, my mom can use this. Okay, my mom cannot use Facebook tapi bisa pakai ini. Okay, so that's how easy it is. Okay. Ya, the idea is emang untuk simple, simple mungkin. Okay. Dan the next one is price wise. Harganya juga masuk banget gitu loh. I was talking to you earlier. Kayaknya daripada beli akurat untuk bayar yearly-nya akurat aja, this is even cheaper than that. Actually like half. Okay, to give you an idea, it's like a couple glasses of apa namanya coffee lah. Nowadays, you know, Starbucks, a couple of glasses of coffee a month. If you cannot spend that for your business, then I'm sorry lah. Okay, just a very quick one on that ya. A lot of, dari tadi kan aku ngomongin terus kan. Tapi Martin dari tadi kamu bilang save money, ngapain sekarang suruh beli software? Gini loh. Menurut saya, apalagi di Sydney dan itu juga sama kayaknya di Indonesia dan especially for the tech startups. If you guys want to save money, I'll tell you how. Okay, is do more work yourself. Stop. I'm sorry if anyone is being hired by a tech startup right now, but anyway, but that's the reality. The biggest cost is human resource. If you need to save, then you do more work yourself. Work harder, wake up earlier, sleep later, work smarter, stuff like that. Okay, because kalau misalnya gini-ginian, the tools, out of the people, process, tools, and knowledge, the tools are the cheapest. Itu aja deh intinya mah, and you should spend on it. I think we should jangan terlalu hitung-hitung lah, ya. Okay, so menurut saya dia udah hit the mark with keeping it simple and also bisa jalani bisnis Anda dimanapun. Jadi sebentar lagi akan ada demonstrasi oleh Anthony, di mana dia akan explain how simple it is and how you can access it from anywhere. And I know we were having problems with the Wi-Fi earlier, tapi kan kita setting. Hopefully it's okay. Okay, so sekarang saya akan buka the floor for a Q&A. I'm gonna try to answer any question you have, even if it's personal. I'm just kidding. Tapi misalnya mungkin saya akan kasih mic ini ke lagi. Ada pertanyaan nggak? Q&A before we move on to the next thing. Oke. Kayaknya nggak ada sih. Kayaknya nggak. Tapi kurang berguna. Bener ya, saya nggak akan nanya sekali. Gitu dong. Tepuk tangan semuanya untuk nanya. Aduh, saya buka dikit dong.
Okay, thank you, Martin. My name is JC. I currently work as an IT professional now. And I'm quite astonishing about your stories, how you start your journey, your company's journeys, and it makes me sparks my dreams again to start that kind of journey.
Awesome.
And then I would also like to ask about you mentioned about the cloud computing, and I was also wondering about what's your opinion about big data in the futures to come? You know, in 2015, where all these data coming in, a lot of feeds coming from social intelligence, from market intelligence. And to be honest, I also plan to start a startup as well. That is focusing on the BI aspect in Indonesia. But I'm still finding it's a bit hard on the user adoption rate in Indonesia, user adoption rate, because you know how companies doesn't feel like they honor the value of information itself. So I was just curious about what your opinion about this big data.
Sure. Look, interestingly enough, that's a very good question actually. Big data is, a huge topic in Australia right now. Okay, as a matter of fact, one of the most sought after jobs in Australia right now is called a data scientist. Has anyone heard of that before? You guys probably heard of data analis ya. Jadi orang yang menganalisa data-data. Jadi bisa ngeliat nih, customer yang ini belinya segini di bulan-bulan ini. Mari kita promosikan di bulan-bulan itu. Itu mah simple, itu mah data analis ya. Dan memang itu sangat penting juga. Tetapi sekarang di taking one step further. Dengan mempunyai job title as a data scientist, biasanya itu udah punya PhD or whatever, you can actually create query or software yang bisa menganalisa a whole heap of data ya. Emang benar. Jadi sekarang saya juga nggak tahu kenapa tiba-tiba di Facebook saya ada kacamata terus nih, ya kan? Padahal kan saya udah beli kacamatanya, tapi ada iklannya di situ terus. Ya. Ada yang ngerasa nggak? Ada yang pernah ngerasa gitu? Kayaknya kalian tuh diintai gitu loh sama Facebook. Ya kan kalau ngeliat cewek mau Tinder mau keluar ya terus gitu kan. Ya Tinder mungkin enggak, sorry. Tapi kalau makanan tertentu, ya Shopee mau beli mobil, mau beli rumah, tiba-tiba iklannya di situ kan, scary kan? And that's true, it is happening. Look, when you say di Indonesia belum siap, look it's like anything, right? Menurut saya sih, the key is educating orang-orang ya. Karena like it or not guys, cloud is coming. Either you become the first to adopt, the early adopters, dan kalian get that age, ya kamu bisa dapat all those flexibility, akses data dimanapun. Kalau menurut kalian itu nggak penting, ya kayaknya salah deh. Ya, soalnya bayangin aja kamu bisa melihat what's happening to your business when you're having your dinner, or when you're having lunch with your customer, tiba-tiba data entry kamu masukin expenses and sales, and you can see. Okay, I think it's the same with cloud and data analysis. It's all about education. Makanya kalau kamu, menurut saya mungkin holding events atau banyak sekali sebenarnya event-event yang ini. Dan sebenarnya big companies di Indonesia udah tahu juga kok. Jadi memang sih late adoption, I agree. But I think it's our job in the IT industry to help educate them. Dan kalau saya ngomong di event kamu, bilangnya good training kok, cheaper than we did it. Okay, that's the first question answered. Okay, anyone else? Sudah? Ya kalau misalnya sudah ada lagi, karena saya juga tahu, going back to just now, saya harus lebih cepat. Sure.
How many employees do you have now and how much your sales turnover?
Okay, sure. Good question. Okay. Wah, gila gua terbuka banget. Udah lah. You're not my competitor anyway, so I can say that. Okay. 2 years ago, my sales turnover is only $3.5 million. Yeah. Last year it was 8.8. This year, like I say, I'm on target for 16 or 17. So yeah, that's my kind of revenue. When with employees, unfortunately, ya, saya tuh adalah konsultan business consultant dong, kan kita kan jualan ini segala macam ya. Dengan naiknya revenue saya, employee saya juga naik. Okay, saya harus hire more consultant to make more sales. So now we have about 22. Okay, ada juga 10 yang part time yang on the field dan sebagainya. Is that a problem? A little bit. Itulah sebabnya saya ada di Indonesia, to be honest. Saya punya pekerjaan sebagai the CEO of the company karena saya udah ada GM dan udah ada financial controller yang do day-to-day work. My job as a CEO is to actually have that exponential growth, yaitu non-organic, di mana revenue bisa naik kayak begini tapi expenses-nya naiknya begini gitu loh ya. And I think the best way of doing it is by tools seperti NetSuite, seperti jurnal masih baru-baru lah ya, tapi seperti itu, seperti website, seperti online shops, that's what I'm looking into right now. dan juga aplikasi website. Does that answer the question? Ya, ini very straightforward. Thank you very much. Ya, oke. Ada lagi atau ya?
I think it's a little bit similar with Zero. Zero is like a property based on from American.
That's right.
So do you relation with Zero?
Unfortunately, no. no, we don't. Actually, you're right. It is quite a similar software. Zero don't have the focus in the Indonesian market though, at least at the moment. So we don't have that relationship, at least right now. Right? But I think Jonas is doing a very good job at saying it is the Indonesian market is quite niche, right? It's actually quite different from the New Zealand and the Australian market. They have their methods of going through the. Misalnya Zero tuh fokusnya ke accountant ya kan. Dia nggak jual ke end user, dia jualnya ke accountant, hopefully selling it to the end user. Mungkin di Indonesia bukan itu caranya. Jadi ya itulah yang kita harapkan. Tapi enggak, the short question is no, we're not affiliated. Ya, silakan.
Sorry, can I ask with Indonesia, bahasa Indonesia?
Silakan.
Oke, kalau kita mau memulai sebuah startup baru, itu kan kita kan butuh spend yang sangat besar kan. Karena kan kita butuh yang, apalagi tahap acquire itu kan butuh yang namanya brand awareness. Brand awareness sendiri kan tuh butuh biaya sangat besar seperti digital marketing lah, Facebook Ads, Google Ads, segala macam itu biaya sangat besar. Dan karena itu kan pendapatannya itu revenue itu pasti kan belum kelihatan karena kita masih startup awal kan. Nah, maksudnya ada satu standar nggak gimana cara menentukan biaya yang kita keluar itu sudah memenuhi standar biar jangan sampai run out of cash gitu.
Ada.
Karena kan maksudnya sampai saat ini misalkan saya coba ngeliat kita seperti lihat maksudnya salah satu kali misalnya seperti BB.com atau yang lain kita kan melihat dia ada cicilan 0%. Udah itu dikasih bonus voucher lagi terus plus bisa di cicilan 6 bulan terus di ongkir itu kan kalau kita lihat dari harga barang dan harga token itu tidak seimbang gitu. Itu kalau kita lihat itu gimana Pak?
Oke, ini teknologi startup bukan boleh saya tanya? Ini teknologi startup bukan? Semacam online business?
Yes.
Online, oke. Very good question actually, and ini adalah suatu pertanyaan di mana saya nanya sendiri ke founder jurnal ini. And you're right. The thing about software, producing software itu upfront costnya banyak. Jadi jurnal ini udah di-create for I think at least close to a year now actually, kalau dari ide, from idea ya. Dan baru sekarang ini aja bisa launching commercially. Kita masih belum, kalau kamu lihat sendiri, kita masih belum advertise di Facebook dan sebagainya. Ada matrix marketing di mana kamu bisa menentukan. There is, I can't really go through it in detail with you. I mean, I can share with you afterwards maybe. And Anthony actually knows a bit more about that. Ada tick boxes ya, di mana kamu bisa jangan now is the time. So menurut saya bukannya dari pertama udah langsung Facebook, udah langsung gila-gila marketing, apalagi yang spend money. Now we're going back to the expenses part. You really have to be careful when you do it. Dan sebenarnya banyak kok aktivitas-aktivitas yang kamu bisa lakukan yang tidak spend a lot of money. I mean, this is a very good example. We're doing it right now. And there is word of mouth. Kalau produk kalian bagus, service kalian bagus, it will automatically. That's I think it's one of the most powerful. And everybody here has social media, mind you. Everybody here has Facebook, everybody here has Instagram. And that's what we're trying to probably focus on. Yeah, I just said probably not fully, but more than happy to discuss it in more detail sekarang di sini. Ya, oke, boleh. Ya, terima kasih. Ada lagi nih, mungkin? Ya, kita running out of time juga sih sebenarnya guys. Jadi mungkin saya akan have a bit of a transition. Kalau kalian mau saya a couple of minutes. Kita akan prepare for the demo. Meanwhile, aku akan play a little video clip di mana akan menjelaskan sedikit tentang cloud computing. Ya, terima kasih.
You have big ideas to streamline your business and drive sales through the roof. But to get there, your ideas need business apps, and business apps have always been too expensive, especially in times like these. Behind each one is a world of complexity. They need a data center, office space, power, cooling, bandwidth, networks, servers, and storage. a complicated software stack, and a team of experts to install, configure, and run them. You need development, testing, staging, production, and failover environments. And when there's a problem, good luck. You call technical support, and they don't know, so they blame someone else. Oh, and when new versions come out, you would upgrade, but that might bring the whole system down. Now, this is for one app. When you multiply these headaches across dozens or hundreds of apps, it's easy to see why the biggest companies with the best IT departments aren't getting the apps they need. Small businesses don't have a chance. Cloud computing is a better way to run your business. Instead of running your apps yourself, they run on a shared data center. You just plug in, like a utility. This makes it fast to get started and cost less. It's like Gmail compared to Microsoft Exchange. Gmail, do you need servers and storage? No. Do you need a technical team to keep it up and running? No. Do you have to do upgrades? No. When you use any app that runs in the cloud, you just log in, customize it, and start using it. That's the power of cloud computing. This model is so much better, it's changing the way we think about software. Not just for consumer apps, it's also being used for business apps. We call this enterprise cloud computing. Businesses are running all kinds of apps in the cloud these days, including custom-built apps. Why? Because you can be up and running in a few days, unheard of with traditional business software. They cost less because you don't need to pay for all the people, products, and facilities to run them. And it turns out that they're more scalable, more secure, and more reliable than the vast majority of apps out there. Here's why. They're based on an architecture called multi-tenancy. With a multi-tenant app, there isn't a copy of the app for each business that's using it. It's one app that everyone shares. But it's flexible enough for everyone to customize for their specific needs. It's like a giant office building where everyone shares the infrastructure and services, like security, yet each business can customize their own office space. This means apps are elastic. They can scale up to tens of thousands of users or down to only a few. Upgrades are taken care of for you, so your apps get security and performance enhancements and new features automatically. Now, the way you pay for cloud apps is also different. Forget about buying servers and software. When your apps are in the cloud, you don't buy anything at all. It's all rolled up into a predictable monthly subscription, so you only pay for what you use. Finally, cloud apps don't eat up your valuable IT resources, so your CFO will love it, and you can focus on projects that really impact the business, like deploying more apps. Cloud computing is a simple idea, but it can have a huge impact on your bottom line. For more information, go to salesforce.com/cloudcomputing.